Happy Sentinels Tuesday, everybody. Happy Father's Day. It is Father's Day in the U.S. as I record this, and unintentionally, unexpectedly, that is very fitting because today's hero is Micah, created by Arky the 7th and Doom Slug, and he is Glimmer's father in the She-Ra cartoon. He is here to show us how this whole magic thing is done. No card discarding here. He's the real deal. We'll get him a mug that says World's Okayest Dad on it. He is going to be fighting King Radical, who is back by popular demand, alongside Maximum Speed Johnny Rocket, Drift 1609, and First Appearance Harpy, and they're fighting in the Welfare team. Alright, King Radical enters play. We put Sparkle Lord into play, remove Ron Wizard from the game. Alright, he gets a token whenever any of these things occurs. A target takes 4 more damage at once. A card is destroyed for the first time in a turn. End of the villain turn, if he has 10 or more tokens, he flips. Otherwise, he deals Sparkle Lord and the 2 hero targets with the highest HP, 3 melee damage each. And Sparkle Lord says, play this next to a hero. We'll put it on Micah. The first damage dealt by that hero each turn is irreducible and increased by 2. End of the villain turn, that hero deals 2 melee damage to a villain target other than this card. So it'll actually be 4, which means he gets tokens off of it. And that's all we need to know. Here goes nothing. Reverend Miller, a bad dude. When this card in his place, search the villain deck for King Radical's court, put it into play, shuffle the villain deck. End of the villain turn, each bad dude regains 3 hit points. Ongoing, if King Radical's on his Cumberland Mob Boss side, this card is indestructible. It is. End of the villain turn, discard the top card of the villain deck. If it was a target, put it into play. Well, heck. Alright, end of turn, he hits Sparkle Lord and the 2 highest for 3 each. That is Harpy and Drift. Yet again, another very low hit point team. The Reverend heals nobody, and we discard the top card of the villain deck. It's not a target. Okay, we got our work cut out for us. Fast footwork, draw 2 cards. Fast footwork, draw 2 cards. Johnny Rocket's going to be increasing the radness factor. Picking up speed into rapid retrieval, I guess. Does Micah have any equipment? The answer is no. Harpy is the only one who has equipment. Let's grab the Ancient Tome, I guess. He draws a card, and then I can play a card. Fast footwork. I think we'll do Interstate Charge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a token for King Radical. Destroy Fast Footwork. So that's actually 2 tokens for him. Power, let's go ahead and draw a card. We will. I feel like Still Life and Free For All are the way to go. Draw a card. Drift is going to start off with Resourceful Daydreamer. Draw 2 cards, discard a card. And then I can play a card. Let's Drift Step. Shift right. She deals a target 1 radiant damage. Let's hit the Reverend. Draw a card and she can play a card. Knight's Heritage. So let's play up to 2 ongoing cards. So we get Saber Shard and Out of Sync. Awesome. Let's go ahead and do Saber Shard then. She will hit the Reverend for 3. Shift left. Now she's got 1 damage reduction. Draw a card. Harpy will do Eldritch Training. Let's flip a token. Draw a card and I can use a power. We'll do Ancient Tome. I will go with the Conjured Aura. And her power is Reservoirs of Power. The Harpy deals 3 targets, 1 infernal damage each. If at least 1 hero target took damage this way, play a card. So we'll hit King Radical. We will take out Reverend Miller for a token. And I could hit Sparkle Lord. I don't really have anything I want to play with her. Yeah, I'll hit Sparkle Lord, even though that's kind of counterproductive. Draw a card. Oh, you know what? I forgot to have Micah deal his damage. King Radical should have 4 fewer hit points and 1 more token. Alright. Michael will start off with Ring of Shelter, ongoing spell. When this card enters play, each player may draw a card. Power is each hero target regains a hit point, and at the start of your turn, if you have more than 2 spells in play, destroy 1. And that's how most of his spells work. They give you some kind of on-play benefit, they give you a power, and you can only have 2 in play at one time. But we're going to go ahead and use his base power, Bolt Cast. Micah deals a target 2 radiant damage. Well, yeah, and that's actually 4 irreducible radiant damage. King Radical gets a token, draw a card. Welfare Team plays a Welfare Team agent, yay! Move this next to an equipment or abnormality card. And then when I return, a player may use a power or activate an end of turn effect on the card this card is next to. Awesome! I've only got the 1 equipment card. I think that's the only one in all 4 hero decks. So Harpy gets to go looking for another ongoing card. Yeah, I'm taking Harpy. Heck, she'll do 1 damage to King Radical. Okay, neat. King Radical plays National Hero. He deals each hero target 2 fire damage. Destroy an environment card. If a card is destroyed this way, each villain target other than Sparkle Lord regains 4 HP. Alright, everybody take 2. We'll flip a token and hit him for 1. Drift only takes 1. She will shift left. And then he blows up this poor employee, which means he gets a token. And he heals 4. End of turn, he does some damages to Micah and Johnny Rocket and Sparkle Lord. And we discard the top card of his deck, and it is in fact Hortense. When this card is dealt damage, prevent the next damage that we dealt to it. End of the villain turn, this card deals 2 your target's highest HP, 3 melee damage each. That means Drift, who takes 2, and we'll say Harpy. Here's a short-term solution. Let's flip Hortense and put her under the top card of the villain deck. Sorry, lassie. You know, I could use that on Sparkle Lord and heal him back to full. Hang on a sec, I'm doing that. It'll take a minute for him to come back. Oh yeah, and Micah should have hit King Radical for 4. It'll take a minute for him to come back, but we'll get to have him in the game for longer. He won't take any damage because he'll be played by King Radical's Court, and that happens after his end of turn damage. Neato. Love it. Alright, Johnny Rocket, draw a card. Sonic Shattering is always a good choice. And yeah, I might as well do one of these flurries of blows. Draw a card. And that's it. Alright, Drift will Dance the Dragons. Draw a card. She regains a hit point and shifts right twice. Power will go ahead and do Saber Shard again. Hit Hortense for 3. She is immune to damage. The next time she gets hit, shift left and draw a card. Alright, start of turn. Conjured Aura, ping King Radical for 1 and take off Hortense's damage miss. Ooh, applied numerology, that'll be good. Power, she will hit King Radical and Hortense and Johnny Rocket for 1 and play Lash of the Elements off of that. Hit King Radical for 3, hit Hortense for nothing and 1 and nothing, and herself for nothing. Draw a card. Alright, start of turn, Micah only has 1 spell, so we don't have to destroy any. He will play Arcane Disc. When this card enters play, Micah deals a target 3 radiant damage. Power is Micah deals a target 3 radiant damage. Well, we're just going to do a bunch of damage to King Radical, and that was 2 hits, so he doesn't get any tokens. Draw a card. Welfare Team plays, oh, another plucky Welfare Team agent. Come on back over to the tome and help Harpy set up. We can go for 3 ongoing cards this time. 3. Well, that's easy enough. She gets the Flock's Care. Alright, King Radical plays King of the Radical Lands. This card enters play with the top card of the environment deck. Damage dealt by him is irreducible. That gets us Doubt. Whenever this card destroys a target, it deals each non-ordeal target 1 reducible psychic damage. Well, it's a good thing it didn't have a chance to do that yet. Alright, end of turn, he's just hitting the 2 highest for 3 irreducible melee damage. That's Drift, who will shift right, and Micah. Discard the top card of the villain deck. Oh look, it's a target, it's Sparkle Lord. We'll put him next to Micah, just because that's neat. Hortense hits the 2 highest for 3 each, that is Johnny Rocket. And we'll say Harpy, who takes 2 and flips a token and hits her for nothing. And then Micah will deal 4 melee damage and take out Hortense, which is 2 tokens for King Radical. He's almost flipping. Alright, Johnny Rocket is going to Flurry of Blows. We are going to destroy 3 Momentums. There's that 10th token. And take out Doubt. Power, draw a card. Oh, we'll do Zigzag Wind-Up and Fleeting Mockery. Draw another card. Oh, hey, Free for All. Well, hit King Radical for 2 and destroy a Momentum. Let's Dance the Dragons. Shields up to 3 targets, 3 radiant damage each. Hit King Radical. Increase damage dealt this way by 1 to targets that enter play since the end of your last turn. Don't have any of those. Well, that I want to damage anyways. Shift left, which means she can do the second thing. Draw a card and heal 1 and shift right twice. And then she will Saber Shard and do 3 damage to King Radical and shift left and draw a card. Let's play Magical Bequest. I'll swap out one of these Mystic Outbursts for something else. Didn't help much. She will hit King Radical and Drift, who will shift left, and her little employee friend, and play... Actually, I don't really want to play anything. No, I'll play Mystical Outburst. Flip, flip, flip. 3 damage on King Radical, plus another 4. That's a token for him. Draw a card. Oh, start of her turn, she also should have hit him for 1. I forgot about that. Okay, Micah's got 2 spells, so he does not have to destroy any. Micah will offer some affectionate support. Select a hero other than Micah. Increase the next damage dealt by that hero by 2. That hero may use a power. We'll select Harpy, and she will do Magical Bequest. Draw a card, and flip a token, and do 3 infernal damage to King Radical. Power, he will do 5 irreducible radiant damage. That's another token on King Radical. Draw a card. Welfare Team plays another Doubt. Okay. Harpy can use her power over here. Okay, we're going to be losing that Conjured Aura, so I'm going to stick it in my hand and not play anything. She doesn't have any other ongoings. And then Doubt hits the non-ordeal target with lowest HP for 1 melee damage, and that is the employee. Poor thing. End of his turn, he will flip. So first he plays a Dinosaur Mount, reduce non-projectile damage dealt to this card and King Radical by 1. End of the villain turn, play the top card of the villain deck. Well, heck. Alright, he flips. Oh yeah, to the Cumberland Battle Mech. When he flips this side, destroy Sparkle Lord, all environment cards, and all bad dude cards. He regains X HP, or X is 5 times the number of cards destroyed this way. Well, I guess we shouldn't have saved Sparkle Lord then. 1, it's not a bad dude. 2, 3. So he heals 15. Put Ron Wizard into play from outside the game. There he is. Sir Cowabunga of Clubs. Increased damage dealt by King Radical by 1. And the villain turning deals a bunch of stuff. Increased damage dealt by King Radical by 1. Well, heck. Whenever a bad dude would enter play, instead discard and play the top card of the villain deck. End of the villain turn, he deals each non-villain target 0 lightning damage, that's 2. And he deals a non-villain target with the highest HP, 3 projectile damage, that's 5. So we don't need the tokens anymore. So yeah, everybody take 2 lightning damage. Harpy takes 2 and hits him back for 1 projectile damage. And flips a token and will hit Ron Wizard for 1. Drift takes 1 and will shift right. And then the non-villain target with the highest HP takes 5 projectile damage, that's Drift. Discard the top card of the villain deck, not a target, thank goodness. Alright, all that was irreducible also. Play the top card of the environment deck. Unexpected effect, oh my god. We get an abnormality, and then it does stuff at the end of the villain turn, or environment turn. Heart of Aspiration, play this card in the hero play area with the least cards in play. That's Johnny Rocket, surprisingly. Increase damage by targets in this play area by 1. Oh, that's great, actually. Each target in this player that didn't deal damage this turn deals a hero target with high. Oh yeah, that'll be fine. He's good. He's great. End of the villain turn, Ron Wizard deals the hero target with the highest HP 400 damage. Oh, increased damage dealt by that target by 2 until the start of the villain turn. That is Micah. So he gets a nice little damage boost. Okay, that's the villain turn. We need to get rid of the pterodactyl. Something fierce. Well, the first thing we're going to do is Distracting Chatter. 1 sonic damage to King Radical. Destroy a momentum. I'm sorry, 2 sonic damage. And now he can't deal damage, because that's bad, okay? Draw a card. I guess we'll do Interstate Charge and Flurry of Blows. That gets us a Fleeting Mockery. Let's reveal the top card of the villain deck. That's a bad dude. He would get discarded anyway, so we might as well discard him. And then I can play a card. How about Supersonic Surge? Destroy a momentum. Increases damage by a further 1. I'm actually just going to draw a card. Darn. Draw a card. He dealt damage, so... Oh, whoops, hang on. Flurry of Blows. Deals a target 3 melee damage. That'll be 2 melee damage to the pterodactyl. Drift is going to live on borrowed time. She will shift left twice, and 2 targets regain 2 HP. That'll be herself and Harpy. Power. Saber Shard to draw a card and shift right once and draw a card. Start of her turn. Oh, Harpy can do a bunch of... Well, actually not damage. She can hit Ron Wizard for 1, and we actually don't lose Conjured Aura. Cool. Lash of the Elements, because I don't have a whole lot of other stuff, which she can hit Ron Wizard for 3 at the cost of hitting herself for 2. Oops. Oh, which lets her flip a token, and she can hit him for 1 more. Power, Magical Bequest, draw a card, flip her last bird token, hit Ron Wizard for 1 more, and draw a card. Oh hey, there's Hugin and Moonin finally. Start of turn, Micah does not have to destroy anything. He will play Gifted Sorcerer. When this card enters play, you may use a power. First time one of your spells is destroyed each turn, you may use a power. So let's go ahead and use his base power and hit Ron Wizard for 4 radiant damage, and then I will use Arcane Disc and hit him for 5 radiant damage and take him out. Draw a card, and that damage boost wears off, and I didn't mean to do that. Alright, unfortunately, Unexpected Effect is still there. Hey, a Welfare Team Agent comes out. We know where you go. Alright, this card deals each target X psychic damage or X is the number of abnormality cards in their play area. Oh, so it hits Johnny Rocket for 1, then destroys that card. And Harpy can do a thing, but she's running out of deck. We will get Swift Summoning out. Alright, he cannot deal damage, which is good. He plays Interrupt Power Up whenever a hero, ongoing, or equipment card would enter play, instead discard it. Start of the villain turn, each player discards a card, then destroy this card. Oh dear. End of turn, he deals no damage. We need some ongoing destruction. Does anybody have any? Drift does. Discard the top card of his deck. It is a target, and it is a bad dude, so we discard it and play the top card of the villain deck. Instead, it's the Nazagast. Oh dear. The card is immune to melee and projectile damage. End of the villain turn, if King Radical is at less than his max HP, this card deals each hero 3 infernal damage. Oh dear. Play the top card of the environment deck. Theresia. Play this card to the player with the least cards in their hand. That is also Johnny Rocket. Well, heck. Draw an additional card during the draw phase, and then if they have 7 or more cards in hand, they discard down to 1. Okie dokie. Oh, you know what? Swift Summoning cannot enter play, so we'll leave it in our hand. And then everybody take 3 infernal damage. Harpy takes 2. Drift takes 2. That's it. Okay, neat. So we can't play ongoings. That's a problem. That's a big problem for Johnny Rocket. Well, Distracting Chatter on the Nazagast for 2 sonic damage. Draw a card, and we'll do Picking Up Speed and Fleeting Mockery. Oop, that gets us a Flurry of Blows. 2 melee damage. Let's throw that at the dinosaur. draw a card, and draw another card. That's really good for Johnny Rocket, but needs a little bit of luck. Alright, Drift has one card she can play, Destroyer's Adagio. Play an ongoing card from your trash, or one player may play a card now, shift right. Does anybody have any good one-shot cards? Actually, yeah. Micah will play Faded into Memory. You may move up to 2 cards other than Faded into Memory from your trash at the top of your deck. You may draw a card. Micah regains 2 HP. Oh, that's the only card in his trash. I think I'll leave that and just draw a card. Also looking for his ongoing destruction. She shifts right, which means that she can also deal a target 3 radiant damage. Let's take out the Nasagast, because that thing's nasty. Shift left twice. Power, Saber Shard, draw a card, and shift right, and draw another card. Alright, start of turn, Harpy deals no damage, unfortunately. She can play Hugin and Moonin. Oh good, and they deal projectile damage. Power. I don't really have any good powers, and I don't have anything I want her to play. Alright, we're going to use her base power and have her hit herself for 1, and literally that's it, because she can't hit either of the villain targets. And we'll play Directed Strike, flip 2 tokens for no damage, draw 2 cards, which will shuffle her trash into her deck, and I can discard up to 2 cards. That'll let her ping the Pterodactyl for 2. Draw a card. End of turn. Hugin and Moonin hit the Pterodactyl for 2 more. Alright, start of turn, Micah does not have Destroy anything. We should probably change that. Faded in Memory, because all the other cards he has are one-shots. Heal 2 and draw a card. Power, Arcane Disc. Let's take out the Pterodactyl, and that will drop the damage reduction on the King. Hey, finally. Draw a card. Welfare Team plays Process of Understanding. Well, okay, Harpy can use a power. We're putting whatever we get into her hand. And this card moves the player with the non-ordeal target with the lowest HP it isn't already in, which is the employee, so it goes over here to Harpy's place. Deals each non-ordeal target in that play area 2 melee damage. So it's the employee, Hugin and Moonin, and Harpy for 1. Start of turn, everybody discard a card, then destroy that card, and we can actually play shit again. Bad dudes, so instead we get Radical Environmentalist. Reduce damage to environment targets by 1. Oh, that's neat. Kind of. And in the villain turn, if there are no environment targets in play, play the top card of the environment deck. Okay, that could be a lot worse. He hits everybody for 1 lightning damage, which means Micah and Hugin and Moonin. Oh, and Johnny Rocket. And then he hits the highest for 4 projectile damage. That is Drift, who takes 3 and will shift right. And we discard the top card of his deck. It's not a target. That's it, because there's environment targets in play. Okay, Johnny Rocket needs to unfuck himself. He's going to skip and draw 2. Oh good, that worked. Oh, except it gave me Still Life, which accomplishes nothing. And Interstate Charge, well, that's 3 melee damage. 4, including Johnny Rocket. And then he can draw another card because of Teresia. Drift Step, shift right, hit King Radical for 2 radiant damage. Draw a card. I will play Resourceful Daydreamer. Draw 2 cards. Did not get what I wanted. Discard a card, and I can use a power. Saber Shard. Deal a target 3 radiant damage. Shift left. Unfortunately did not get her to the point where I can use that power again. So we'll use her base power. Start of your next turn, shift left or right, then draw a card, use a power. Draw a card. Damn. Alright, start of turn. Harpy can actually hit King Radical for 1. Hooray. And then she will Tenuous Focus, flip a token, hit him for 1. Draw 2 cards. And reveal the top card of her deck. Let's play that, because it's calling the flock. Hugin and Moonin heal back to full. Deals each non-hero target 2 projectile damage, which means she actually hits the environment targets. Power, I'm going to Magical Bequest. I can play 2 ongoing cards if I want. Swift Summoning, but there's nothing else I could play another Magical Bequest, I suppose. Discard a card and draw a card, and then flip a bird token and hit him for 1, and draw a card, and we'll flip another bird token and hit him for 1. Start of turn, Micah does not have to destroy any of his spells. He will play Arcane Preparation. When this card is destroyed, he may play up to 2 spell cards or use up to 2 powers. Power is draw a card, destroy hero ongoing cards. So let's go ahead and do that. Draw a card, and it's destroy Ring of Shelter, which will let him use a power. We'll do Arcane Disc, 3 damage on King Radical, and then we'll play 2 spells. Arcane Disc again, 3 radiant damage, and how about Clinging Ooze? When this card is play, Micah deals any number of targets 2 infernal damage. So we'll hit King Radical, we'll hit the Ordeal, and that card was destroyed. Draw a card. And now he'll have to destroy stuff, and that'll be cool. The power on this is until your next turn, reduce damage dealt by non-hero targets by 2, destroy this card. Welfare Team plays Giant Tree Sap. Play this card on the player of the hero with the lowest HP. That is Drift. And this player's turn, here and this player regains 2 HP, then reduce the max HP of that hero by 2. Yeah, that's a weird one. We still have no ongoing destruction, but we're getting very close here. King Radical plays Old McNinja. He has a farm. When this card is dealt damage, becomes immune to damage for the rest of the current round. Oh, wow. And the villain turn, this card deals non-villain target with the highest HP 4 melee damage. Okie dokie. End of turn, he hits everybody for 1 lightning damage, which just means Micah and Johnny Rocket. Oh wait, no, Drift takes it too. I think she'll shift left. I mean, it doesn't really matter because she's got nothing that benefits from that. And then he hits the highest for 4. That is Micah. Oh, he also hits Hugin and Moonin. Oh, also the Process of Understanding should have moved. Non-ordeal target with the lowest HP it isn't already in. Let's say that was probably Drift, and it hit her for 1, and so she shifted left. And then discard the top card of his deck. That is a Battle Shuttle. Oh boy. There are still environment targets in play, so we're good there. Old McNinja hits the highest for 4. That is Harpy, who takes 3. Flip a token, hit King Radical for 1. The Battle Shuttle deals each target other than itself 2 projectile damage. Wow. So Old McNinja is now immune to damage, E-I-E-I-O. Harpy takes 1, Drift takes 1. Nope, that destroys the welfare team agent, who I think I forgot about, but it doesn't matter a whole lot. Okay, Johnny Rocket, please do something for the love of God. Picking up speed into rapid retrieval. There are no equipment cards left in any hero decks. He draws a card. Hey look, it's Sonic Shattering. Deal a target 2 sonic damage. We will destroy picking up speed, and he deals that target 3 sonic and 3 projectile damage. Whoop, Zigzag Windup. 2 targets, 3 melee damage each. Hit King Radical for 3, hit the Battle Shuttle for 3. And oh look, Fleeting Mockery. It's a bad dude, might as well discard it. He can play a card. I think he wins the game. Free for all. That was pretty radical. Let's take a look at the rest of Micah's deck. I feel like we didn't see a whole lot. Glyph Halo. When this card is destroyed, draw up to 2 cards or use up to 2 powers. Power is play a spell card, destroy a hero ongoing card. Sigiled Barrier. Play this card next to a target. Reduce damage dealt to that target by 1. And it is a spell. Skilled Instructor. The first time a hero ongoing card is destroyed each turn, Micah may deal a target 2 radiant damage. I wish I had that. That would have been awesome. Illusory Ram. I was looking for this. When this card enters play, destroy an ongoing or environment card. The power is Micah deals each non-hero target 2 radiant damage. Arcane Fire. Spell. Increase damage dealt by Micah to non-hero targets by 1. When this card is destroyed, Micah may deal a target 3 fire damage. Searing Blast. Spell. At the end of your turn, Micah may deal a target 2 irreducible fire damage. Overexert. At the end of your turn, you may play a spell card or draw a card. At the start of your turn, Micah may deal himself 2 irreducible psychic damage. If he takes no damage this way, destroy this card. Convincing Duplicate. I disagree, sir. Spell. Whenever the hero target with the lowest HP would be dealt damage, you may redirect that damage to Micah. Power is prevent the next damage dealt to Micah by a non-hero target. And that's it. I really like the way his deck works. I like the fact that you get benefits for playing stuff and doing stuff and destroying stuff. Very interesting take on a wizard hero. So that's it for this one. You can find Micah on Sentinels of Etheria, of course. You can find King Radical on Bad Skies Mod. And you can find the Welfare Team on Project Moon Sentinels. As always, thank you for watching. Thanks everybody for coming to chat, especially you, Arky. It was good to see you. Tabletop Simulator, the review Sentinels called DLC, Sentinels of Etheria, Bad Skies Sentinels Mod, and Project Moon Sentinels are not licensed great games products. Please support the official release and flip.